Come on in here a minute now. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I'd rather have one good praying man than 10 fire-breathing preachers. And that's what this little story I'm going to tell you about is all about. The praying is what made the difference. Obedience and faithfulness. Lord have mercy. A great many years ago, a man and a woman come together, got married, gave their lives to the Lord. Proceeded to raise a family. Well, one of the boys that they raised, you know, they all picked their own path, even though they're raising. But this one particular, you know, the Lord says in His Word that we are a particular people. Anyhow, he got married, building his little family, doing life. Well, he run across this lady one day with a little old baby in her arms. And because of his relationship with the Lord, his faithfulness and his obedience, he heard their father speak to him. Said, I'm going to do something great through that boy right there one day. Now, granted, he watched this little boy grow up, mean as an old stray tomcat, foul mouth, full of hate, bitter, anger, all sorts of sexual immorality, all sorts of idolatry, into dope, alcohol. But he stayed faithful, and he kept praying. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. 30 some odd years later, here stands the results of his prayer. Now, I know there's probably more people praying than just him, but his is the story that I know. That even though all that mess, God still said, I want me a Waco. And I know that boy is going to run after this old world and try to satisfy himself through it. He's going to be rebellious. He's going to be mean. He's even going to be hateful toward me. But I know they coming a day that he'll hear my voice. And he'll turn to me with all his heart. I know he's going to struggle, but he's going to turn to me. What manner of love is that? Shoot almighty. That there's the kind of love that don't make no sense to the natural man. He cannot understand it because that kind of love is spiritually discerned. But that man seen all that outward stuff And he still prayed for me. And I know there's other folks that watched me do them same things. Yet they still prayed for me. They didn't give up because of what they were looking at. They held on to the faith in what God told them. Never underestimate the power of prayer and what it can do for somebody. Because I know there's a heap of y'all out there struggling with family members and friends, and you want to tell them the right words. You ain't got them. Till they get to the bottom end of the pit, and until they realize that there just ain't nothing else to do or say, nothing you can pack in this old flesh that'll ever bring healing, that'll ever bring any sense to it. Not nothing. I, Paul, planted, Apollos watered, God gave the increase. Not in his time, not in their time, in his time. Waco heard his father, and Waco turned to his father. Whew. Can you grasp that situation in your mind? Because I sure can't. That kind of love for somebody that ain't got nothing but a hot, ill word, cuss words, everything, just trashing you. If your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he's thirsty, give him something to drink. And in doing so, you'll heap coals of fire upon his head. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Is that not what he done for me? Because all that time that all I ever had for him was a cuss word, he fed me. And he kept me something to drink. I was in the Air Force at this time, and this is part of my testimony right here. Any time that I was flat broke, didn't have nothing to go on, money showed up for me to feed my little family. All I had for him was hate and bitterness, and he still took care of me. Lord, have mercy. Lord, have mercy. Today is the day of salvation. Today is the day that the Lord has made for us to rejoice and be glad in it. You know, we beat around in this old world thinking we got an understanding of things and a direction to go. We ain't got a clue of really what's went on. I don't care what this old world's ever told you. I don't care what nobody's done to you. I don't care the lies you believed. God will meet you right where you are in your situation, if you will but cry out to him. You ain't went too far. You ain't done too wrong. Walking testimony of that right here. Let God be true and every man a liar. Lord loves you. I love you. You're one of a kind and most definitely worth it. Don't ever let this old wool of nobody tell you no different now, because it's a lie. Keep your nose buried in the word, your head picked up on your side of the road and in between the ditches. Shoo, Lord. Come on.